Hello people, welcome back to an episode of Relating Me and You and Me through YouTube, and here I am with another makeup tutorial because as soon as we end the festive season we are going to start and get into the wedding season. So I thought I will give you some tips and tricks that you're going to use in festive season or wedding season, whatever you want to, wherever you want to. So basically these tips are not my tips, this is something that I have learned from YouTube over the years. I'll put the videos or names of the makeup artist or the makeup guru from whom I learned which trick, but I thought I should share my knowledge because I have watched YouTube for years and years and gained this knowledge. So yeah, you don't need to spend so much time and I will give you in like minutes. So yeah, I am going to create this makeup look right here using those tricks. This is a full glam makeup look where I have used like the heavy products and everything, but it still looks absolutely flawless. One thing I want to mention, makeup is going to look like makeup, but it's going to look flawless like it is looking right now. Yeah, my foundation is not breaking from anywhere, my face is not looking cakey, I have glitter on but it is still looking so pretty, and I'm obsessing over myself low-key at this point, so I'm looking myself into the mirror throughout. If I do that, please don't mind. Anyways, without me much blabbering, actually let's just directly get into the video. Let's begin. The first trick that I want to mention is skincare and skin prep. Now this goes without saying, if you watch YouTube, if you do makeup, you definitely would know that actually skincare and skin prep is very important. It is going to make sure that your makeup does not break, it lasts long, and at the same time it does not look cakey. If you want your makeup to look flawless and beautiful and skin like and all of that, you definitely need to do a skin prep. Now skin prep includes obviously the skincare part of it, the toning, moisturizing, cleansing, all of that, but along with that it also includes priming your face really well, nicely setting your face up and prepping it for a nice flawless base, so that all the makeup products, when it is on your skin, it doesn't, your pores doesn't accentuate or fine lines doesn't accentuate. All of that is going to happen only when you prime your face really well. Now priming is definitely going to depend on your skin type. Like when I am priming my face, I prime it with a setting spray. Along with that I also prime it with a primer. This is because my skin is really oily and it sweats. So if I want to make my makeup last longer, I have to definitely prime. Coming to the second trick, this is something I learned from Jackie Aina long back. In many of her videos, she has definitely told that she applies a little bit of powder, like a tiny bit of powder around the regions where she has pores or where she oils or sweats.
Upwards, I apply translucent powder underneath my foundation. This is something that I do frequently because, like I said, I have oily combination skin. This is a great oil controlling technique. It's also a great technique to help makeup last.
So I also take this powder. I am using this verified powder. This is a nice blurring powder. Plus it works as a great setting powder also. So after doing my skincare and skin prep and everything, this works really well. Kind of adds filter to my skin. It is known as IRL, that is in real life filter. So yeah, I use this powder and I really push it into my skin, but make sure you don't go overboard with it, because if you apply a little bit of extra powder, your makeup is again going to get into a disaster. Whatever I do. So make sure you really push that powder into your skin and then go to the next step. Coming to the third thing, now this is not a trick, but this is a whole routine of Scott Barnes. Now he is JLo's makeup artist, and Tati, I think 4 years back, she had made this video in collaboration with Scott Barnes, and he showed how he apply makeup for televisions and films and everything.
Darker shade, which is great, and the reason why I put them on angles like this is so that you can really just kind of cut and dodge and go right in there to the jawline.
I always talk about how Scott does a jawline.
It's the most important part.
Now obviously that's like heavy duty, but I picked up a few things from there, like how he first bronzes the perimeter of the face and then goes inwards, and that is what I took up from him, that I am going to take my bronzer or contour, whatever shade you want, I will take that on the back of the hand, nicely distribute it on the back of my hand so that I don't pick up too much product, because that can, again, that's a recipe for disaster. I'm going to spread it evenly on the back of my hand, and then little by little I am going to start bronzing the perimeters of my face where I want to, add that sculpt to my face. And then on the same bronzer, I am going to mix a little bit of foundation to get that middle shade between my foundation and the bronzer, and then nicely blend my bronzer with that mixed shade. So this gives me a very nice ombre. My bronzer doesn't look too stark. It looks like blended into the skin as you see right here, but it still adds that nice bronze to my face and a lot of sculpt. Because if you see, I have a very heavy face, right? A very well rounded but a heavy face. So to tone it down, I have to add that sculpt to my face, and hence I follow this Scott Barnes technique. Coming to the fourth trick, and obviously how can I not talk about Wayne Goss's lifting technique. We all on the YouTube, at least on the YouTube, if not in real life, we all are following the Wayne Goss's lifting technique. I follow that every time in my makeup routine. It's just added to your routine without you even realizing that you are using his technique. So,
and just draw a line right the way across. Now, you don't want to go right the way up to the outer corner of the eye, because what you blend extends. So we're going to already be going up as it blends up. And with this one, we're going to be blending upwards. And what you're trying to do here is make this area stand out more and just add a little bit of a lift. Now, it's important that you blend the line, but it's also important that you don't blend it away.
So it's such a good thing where you get a nice lift to your face. So I apply little concealer as he says. I'm going to apply a very little concealer under my eyes and just apply it upwards so that my eyes get a little bit of lift, and same I do with my area around the lips, because if you say it's a little saggy skin around my lips, corners of my lips, so I prefer having that lifting technique, and I am very thankful to Wayne Goss that he showed us this technique, because that's actually changed my makeup game. Coming to the fifth trick is the Patrick Ta blush technique. Now if you don't know already, this is also very famous on the YouTube, but if you don't know already, what he does is that he applies the powder blush first, and then on top of it he applies the cream blush.
This blush, it has a little bit of a glow to it, but it just gives you this like really beautiful natural flushes. Like see how like that like. Alright, so the next shade is She's a Doll. So this is a really beautiful, vibrant pink. Going to give you that baby doll effect. So for the cream, same thing, putting this just like right onto the apples of the cheeks.
What I used to do before knowing about this technique is applied my cream first and then applied powder on top of it, but it still did not last as long. But this technique where you apply powder blush first and then top it up with a cream blush, obviously you have to be very cautious about the quantity and the spreading it evenly and all of that, because cream over powder is really tricky to do. So again, I'm doing powder and cream over it, and this is little tricky to do, but once you get your hands on it, you'll see that your blush actually lasts 12 to 14 hours easily. I have used it, I have tested this technique, and I think it's very easy to go around for around 12 to 14 hours, and I love this technique. Coming to the last trick that we are going to talk about in this video is Smita Dipak's technique. Now this has been again a game changer for me, because my makeup usually breaks very easily around the nose and this region. The pores are very highly visible, especially after I powder it and everything.
Using some hairspray. This is the Garnier 24 Hour Strong Hold Hairspray. And here's the do's and don'ts. Spray it directly on the sponge and not on your skin. And then very lightly stamp this on your nose. In fact, in theater makeup, sometimes they use this all over the face. I would not recommend it, because the chemicals used in hairspray are completely different from what they use in face sprays.
And my makeup breaks down easily in a few hours around this region, the nose region and the cheeks region, where there are huge pores and everything. Then I sweat a lot on my upper lip, and then this region also shows a lot of pores. So obviously we can use a powder to, you know, blur it out, but again powder makes it extra cakey. It turns my makeup cakey. So Smita Dipak showed this particular technique where she said that you could take your hairspray, spread it nicely, sprayed on a beauty blender, and then dab it on the concerned areas. You don't do it all over your face, please don't do that. But you can do this on the concerned areas, and then you can go over with a very light layer of foundation. Make sure you use very light layer because otherwise again it can turn cakey. So after nicely pushing that setting spray, after nicely pushing that hairspray into your face, apply a light layer of foundation and then go ahead with your powders and everything, and you will definitely see how blurred out your face looks, and also it makes sure that your makeup is lasting very long. No primer, no powder has ever done anything for me like what this trick has done. And those were the tricks that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, if you like it, give it a big fat thumbs up, and if there's anything else that you want me to make videos on, drop it in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to do it. Until next time, take care. Ta-da!
Yeah.